tree is nothing too complicated. When people see trees, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to capture all of these leaves. And it's like, chill out, woosah. There are different techniques to getting not part of the leaves of a tree per se, but to actually create the illusion that there are leaves on that tree. So as you can tell, each tree has their own variation of texture. And so we're going to go more in depth with that. And as you can see, there's no straight or geometric looking, my hands are so funny right now. There's no geometric lines though. It's more of organic. It flows. And that's what I would like you to do in this tutorial, is to just let your pencil guide you. Let it flow. And you could be drawing outside. Feel free to have this video playing in the background if that helps. But I'm just going to take from these trees that I drew from the park the other day, and to just review, I guess in my case, but with you, we're just going to draw along. So I would say let's start with the most complicated tree, but I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to start with a basic tree like this, just so you could capture the basic form. So for supplies, it's a pretty easy tutorial. So I normally have my number 2 pencil, or you can do a lead pencil. Number 2 erases easily, but it's all based off your preference. I personally like the lead pencil because the lines are more distinct. And I also have my high polymer eraser. It takes me pretty much everywhere I need to go with it. So it erases very clean. I say the quality is immaculate. So I like to always keep this eraser on me for tutorials like these. So starting out, we're going to do a twig-like tree. That's just what we're gonna call it, just twigs. We're gonna use this as our starting point. So before even thinking about the form of our twig tree, we want to get comfortable with just creating some lines. Create lines where you get an idea of what a branch looks like in your eyes. So I'm gonna just use this small space I have on the top of my page to just get my hand going and to pretend that you are drawing branches. We're not looking at our twig tree just yet. We just want to get comfortable with handling our pencil. So I like to draw light first starting out. Not, going into the paper so it's like you're stabbing it. But, light strokes. You're going to lift your fingers from your paper and just let your pencil guide you. So feel free to do some loose lines, some jagged lines if you must, just so you get the hang of handling your pencil. This is just the warm-up part. So when it comes to drawing our branches, I normally start from the top and going into my trunk. So say for example this is my branch. My trunk would be in the middle. So we want to also get the hang of drawing our trunk. You can use a straight. I wouldn't say too straight. You could wiggle a bit. This exercise gives you permission to be loose with your lines a bit more. And, just be one with it. I let my branch over here lead out from my trunk. And yeah, it has a pretty long arm, but I say let it hang. So some branches may come out jagged, others may come out like just they want to go out. They may not want to go jagged. So some of your lines may curve out. Some of your branches may start from thick to thin. So I'm going to add some weight to my pencil and I lift it up off my page. I started hard and I want to lift lighter and off my page. And that's the effect to give your branches. If you're looking for more dramatic lines, so how we make dramatic lines, we start by pressing our pencil a bit down on the paper, again same as these, and then slowly lift our pencil off the paper. So just want to, you can curve it out, it doesn't have to be necessarily a hook. You can also do lines where it starts from dark to thin. Because when it comes to branches on a tree, you're pretty much fading out from your trunk and going out as you're just reaching out. You see those trees how they just reach out? They're not fully trunks, but they're like little twigs at some point. So that's the effect we pretty much want to give our branches. Of course, our trunks will be more on the thicker side. If you notice the trees that you see outside, you'll see the trunk is pretty much like the daddy. He holds everyone together. So, for example, we have a mama branch. So as we come out of the parent branch, we start from thick and then we lift our pencil off the paper. And she's just going up as far as she can. But when you leave your parent and when you're on your own, it's up to you to see how far you can reach. I hope that made sense. It probably didn't, but I'm still getting used to talking to the camera. But pretty much branches are like little babies that are not really ready to leave the nest, but they're working their way up to it. So we're just coming out of the parent trunk and making our way into life. We start with a thicker, we press our pencil down to darken, and we slowly lift it up off the page to show that branch is ready to go out and be free. So in my head, I say up, up, and away, if that helps. So another branch, you can also do other branches coming out of it as well. Say, for example, daughter branch may have a sister branch. Or better yet, why not a kid branch? Since it looks like they already have brothers and sisters coming out of the proper trunk. So I'm going to make a baby branch. So again, same idea, but you want to do shorter lines this time. So we take our pencil and we just want to slowly lift it off. As you can see, we want to make sure that baby branch is smaller than that mama branch. Because we don't want that Mama branch don't want that baby branch to grow up yet. So she'll only let that branch go so far. So even out here, we have some more siblings. We got a brother branch coming out of Pop Trunk. And he's ready to leave that nest. We got some sons, so we make some little branches, starting from thick lines, lifting our pencil, branching it out. That little son is going his own way, not too far from his daddy branch. So I hope that helped with getting warmed up to actually starting working on your trees. So I'm going to label this as warm-up branches matters. So we've got warm-up branches. Alright, it looks like we're ready for our first tree. So we got some twigs. So, same how we did in our warm-up, we want to start with, I say cheap trunk. We'll call them cheap trunk. So how do we plant cheap trunk? I want to find a little area on your page and just start by slowly lifting up your pencil. So I'm going to just show an example. I just want to start with thicker lines. And it doesn't have to be nothing too straight. We're going to pull him out. So there we go. We want to pull out cheap trunk from the ground. So we just want to plant and bring cheap trunk out. And there you go. He sprouted. He is ready to start his family. Alright. Then we're going to start bringing new babies. You're probably wondering, where's the mama? If you want, we can make a mama trunk too. So mama trunk, same thing. You're going to plant mama trunk, starting with your thicker lines. So we press down your pencil, and we want to pull out the ground. Now we have a cheap trunk and we have a mama trunk. Now we're going to draw the babies now. As you can see here, we got our strong branches again going out. So we're just going to bring them their babies now. So we have, call this branch brother branch. And we'll bring brother branch starting from cheap trunk and slowly move our pencil so that he goes out. And he's ready to start his new life with his new babies. But it's looking pretty lonely in this family. So thankfully they don't have to pay for bills for these branches. So we want to give mama some branches too. So again, we're going to press down a bit on our pencil, starting from, I say mama trunk, and bring that sister branch out. As you can see, they're so attached. They're ready to start their lives, but they're still together. So we're going to keep doing the same. Adding more siblings to both trunks so that they can start living their happy family. As many branches as you want. Well, first gen branches, I guess you can say. Alright. Now we're going to give these sister and brother branches their adults now, still siblings, but we're going to give them their babies. We're going to have some nieces and nephews in there, so again, I'll do my warm-up. I'm just going to go ahead and start from our branches that we made. smaller. So you can start from anywhere on your branch. Of course, these are trees made up in our mind, but if you are drawing from life also, please feel free to draw what you see. When it comes to branches, of course, we're not into leaves yet. But you just want to start from the branch and make little twigs. We'll call them tiny twigs. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing we did with our brothers and sisters, but smaller lines. So pull that twig out of that branch, give it a little pull. Do the same on the other side. Start from that branch. And give your pencil a little pull. Now our tiny twigs should be coming in the mix. So you can pick, like I said, from anywhere on your branches, you're going to make those tiny twigs. So that way, we got some nieces and nephews. These nieces and nephews can start going on their own lives. Of course, they're cousins. They could always meet up, but they got to break off the branch, obviously. But they're still together. They're still connected. So we just want to go ahead and pull out some tiny twigs from these branches. Each twig. You can curve it out. You can use your sample area here and just focus those curves going out. Some will come out scraggly, some will come out curvy, some will come out short, some will come out big. So all depends on those trees that you see, how far those twigs, those tiny twigs, are growing out. So it's nothing to be afraid of. These are just families waiting to be brought together. So now those are our twig trees. I'm going to turn on that twig trees. Now when it comes to our bush trees, they're like twigs, kind of similar, but these have a whole lot of hair. So she can do here. I like to call them for twig froze. And then I start again by planting my trunk. And a cheap trunk. I start from the ground, pulling my way out. And he stands tall, he stands upright. Now, if you're looking to get the form without messing up, without thinking so much on where to have these branches, I like to draw a little invisible circle so you can still see the circle. But we want to use this just as a guide so you know how far you want the branches to grow out. So same as our twig trees, we do the same for our twig froze. So for the twig froze, cheap trunk has been busy, so we're going to end up making him a family straight from him first. So we start again from the trunk, pull our pencil out, and pull that pencil out so that branch is living its own life. Same here, we start from the trunk, pull our pencil on out. And do the same all around our little circle. You don't have to swoop it out either. You can go squiggly, scraggly if you want, as long as it stays in the circle, so that we keep that shape. Starting from cheap trunk, we just want to find this family. And starting from those branches, we can start giving those brothers and sisters their own young ones. So we start from the branches, press on our pencil, pull it upwards. And we're going to do the same thing also around your visible circle. They don't have to be the same length. You want to give your branches some variety. So squiggly, squiggly, short or tall, each branch is unique in its own special way. But you want to make sure that this family in the end comes out with the whole head of hair. Whole head of hair. But deep down, we all know that this is what family of, I guess, twigs, branches, and trunk looks like. I'll say tree family, all in all. So now you should be having your tree come to form. And to really see it pop out of your surface in that invisible circle, you just want to do it lightly so that you don't go over your branches. It's a shame that those little ones started vanishing. Just want to make sure that it's nice and easy. And you see that you got your twig rows. So I have a lesson to go to, but I hope that this first part of your journey has helped you. If you like this lesson so far, let me know in the comments. It helps me out a lot. So that way I know how to improve in teaching you. Because I'm not really good at the camera, so if this really helped you, please let me know before I continue making a whole library full of jibber jabber videos. But that's all, and I hope that this lesson has helped you.